Oh yeah. So this might just be a video that I'm going live. I'm going live right now, but this might be something that my viewers watch later. I did want to tell y'all about the shooting that just occurred yesterday. Um, I want to tell y'all about that and my feelings toward it because I was right there. So, whew. So let me make a post just so, because I'm bad. I'm so bad at making posts about when I'm live. So let me do that right now. This will be about the shooting that just happened yesterday around 3:30 p.m. broad daylight. And just when I said that, my heart started beating so fast. Um, just being right there and being as though I'm from DC and I've been in similar situations like this. This one was 10 times worse. It was 10 times worse than anything that I've seen in my 25 years or that I've experienced. So, hold on. I keep getting distracted. I'm live right now. Oh, shit. Um, oh, yeah, it don't show. Hold on. So I have about a good 45 minutes. So I'm going to tell y'all about this shooting and, about the area and about the panic of everybody yesterday. Okay. Now, if y'all don't know, a 15-year-old boy was shot and killed in that situation just right across the street from where the kids was getting dropped off at. And it was like to this moment I can't even like put certain words on it other than unnecessary. Very, very unnecessary. Um my bad y'all. I'm live right now. So yeah. My bad y'all. Mm, okay. So I had just got there. I had just got there. It was like 3:25. And what I know is that the buses come around 3:30. So the buses came and at first there was a distraction of this very loud man, but it wasn't where the shooting happened. The man that was really loud, it seemed like he was tweaking. He was at the end of the block, but it's the same street as the kids get dropped off at. So I kept my eye on him because he was just being so loud. He seemed like he was tweaking out, like I said, and he was like coming close to where the kids was getting off the bus and everything like that, just being very loud and banshee, right? But he wasn't even the whole problem, okay? He calmed down once them shots started ringing off. Now, I feel like the second bus or the third bus started to unload of kids, and the kids get broke up on several different buses by their age and their grade and stuff like that. So the last bus was unloading. By that time, my child got off. I got her, and it had to be literally seconds later, we heard crack, crack, crack. Like it sounded at first, it sounded like fireworks, even though we in October. You know what I'm saying? It was a similar sound like the day before that, but somebody's tire popped. So I remembered that tire popping in this situation. I was thinking it was a tire pop again or fireworks because it was one, two, three. But looking where the situation happened, you could see exactly what was going on. You know, where the shots was coming from. It was right across the street from where all of the children were. And from what I can tell you, none of them was elementary school kids. None of them across the street was elementary school kids, perhaps middle school or the beginning of high school, but it was 3:30. The kids, the school buses were very visible, and that still went down right across the street. I really, like, in a panic, grabbed Bella, ran as fast as we could. The remaining kids that were left, I made sure that I checked all of them. I don't play that. Are y'all okay? Are y'all injured in any way? They're small kids. They could have tripped and fell. I needed to make sure. We were a ways away, maybe a block and a half away from the scene, you know what I'm saying? After running, checking the kids. Um, One of my child's best friends, I luckily had her mother's number, so called her mom, made sure that she know because she didn't get there yet, and I made sure that her child got to her. The least I could do was check on all the kids after something like that. I was about, I want to say, 10 or 11 when the first situation happened where my life could have got took. But I wasn't as young as those kids were. So I felt for them. I felt so bad that they had to witness something like that. It's very traumatic. It's unexplainable. It's unexplainable why these young kids don't have any type of decency. That's exactly what it is. No respect for the public, no respect for what's really going on. It's ridiculous. And I was going to inform y'all yesterday about what happened, but I feel like I went through like a blanking out episode. I really did. After hearing all them shots and being so scared, it took me back to several occasions where I was in danger and where bullets was flying. And thank God I didn't get hit. Thank God I was able to go home and live another day. But not everybody had that opportunity in every situation that I was in or around, in the vicinity of. Is this shit still on? Hold on, let me turn this off. y'all can still hear me, but whew, I mean, just talking about it is just like making me shake because, and let me just tell you, I got 2020 vision. What you see, you can't unsee, and I don't even want to speak on that. I don't want to speak on that, but it is honestly traumatizing. It really is. Oh, it's low now. I might have to connect it again. 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I should be back in the game, but what I witnessed was very traumatizing, to say the least. Somebody lost their life, and they was the same age as my brother when he lost his. So regardless of the situation or why it happened, it didn't have to. This street shit, it really be clouding these young boys' judgment where they really feel like they gotta do this. I remember a time where social media wasn't that big. It wasn't a huge entrepreneurial opportunity as it is now. There's so many apps that you can grow on and flourish on and make money on and really grow a platform that is fruitful and things like that. Mm. I'm definitely praying for her. I'm praying for her. I'm praying for her family. I'm listen. I don't want to see no young people scared, hurt, shot, sad, lonely. I don't want to see nothing like that. So it breaks my heart that they. I don't even listen. I'm telling y'all, it made it 10 times worse than anything I've experienced because I got a child now. To see her so sad and hurt and confused about it all, and real life is just happening right in front of these young kids' eyes, and it doesn't have to be this way. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. I remember one time in middle school, I was walking to school. It was this young boy that was in my class, I believe, and we had no problems, right? We had no problems at all. But he was walking a little bit in front of me. Suddenly, he turned around, and to my knowledge, he had a pistol in his hand, right? Or, a handgun. I had never seen one of those BB guns, one of those pellet guns a day in my life. I grew up in Southeast, as y'all know, right? If it wasn't no real gun, it wasn't no BB gun. There wasn't ever no BB guns in Southeast. I ain't seen none. It's always real. Hey, how you doing? It's always real. So when he turned around with it, I thought it was real. And I was, it's of course that life flashing before your eyes, but it's like, what did I do? What did I do to a person that I barely even talk to, acknowledge? All of these questions, all of these things came into my mind. And when he squeezed it. I thought that was it. And don't get me wrong, oh, excuse me, the pellet that hurt. Okay, the pellet hurt. So I can't even fathom what a gunshot feel like. But still, I was like, damn, you shot me. If it's a BB gun or a real gun, why would you do that? And he laughed. He thought it was the funniest thing. And a few years later, a little boy gets killed with a BB gun because the police think it's real. So I wasn't tripping. I know what a gun looked like. And that BB gun looked too similar to one. Yeah, he shot me with a one of them pellet guns. One of them shit felt like metal. And it made an indentation in my skin and I was still pissed. Like what the fuck did I do to you? And why do you think this is funny? Listen, I seen a comment that said the music and entertainment industry has a huge influence, and I agree. But at the same time, when are we gonna be honest and say these parents ain't being parents? The things that you're supposed to teach your kids as far as people skills and respecting people's space and respecting human life was missed. A lot of parents dropped the ball on teaching their kids to really honestly respect. I can't because I keep saying the hold on. Rap music and hip hop are the parents many little black boys have. It's not mm, I mean, I would say that they look up to them like idols, but I wouldn't say they would look up to them like parents either. You know, if they learning to rob and jack cars and stuff like that from music, okay, but music doesn't teach you step by step how to do it. An older person in your family might have taught you. An older person or a younger person in your family might have showed you the first gun you ever saw. Sometimes it starts at home. And sure, as big as social media is and the national like TV and reality TV and everything like that, it's all influential, right? Oh, Charlie, a 15-year-old boy got killed yesterday. It was right across the street from where kids was getting dropped off at. So, me being in the vicinity of that, of danger, I wanted to inform y'all about, how I felt because I really have been shooken up about it. I feel bad for all of the kids out there. Most importantly, I feel bad that they had to witness that. It's not just little boys, you correct. It's not just little boys shooting at each other and things like that, but it's a lot of them. And if you have teenage boys or 12, I want to say 10 to 13, 14, you need to be tapped in with their mind and what they doing. That's what I'm saying. They not the only ones, but I see young boys, groups of boys at 9 o'clock in the morning out on the street. Why is that? Why are they not in school? I see young people, young boys and girls, 10 o'clock a.m. Why are they not in school? 11 a.m. You supposed to be about to go to lunch. I got out of school like 8 years ago, but I know how this shit go. I'm not gonna get off the parents' ass at all. I'm not gonna get off the teenagers at all. I'm not gonna get off the little boys at all as far as teaching them some discipline. I don't play. And from what happened yesterday, I'm not gonna have nobody trying to make excuses about this and that. Let's be clear. Cause if y'all was anywhere near that, y'all would be upset. Y'all would be frustrated. Y'all would. Parents are dropping the ball. Yeah, exactly. 5, 7 year olds. I be seeing that too. I be seeing that too. I remember it was the first day of school, and I had dropped my child off and everything, and I had went to the store or something, and I seen these little kids like my child age, two, two of them. They buy the car, they buy their father car, the father talking to somebody. They all in their uniform, but it's 10:30. Why they not in school right now? Why you didn't take them to school and then talk to your friend later? Dropping the ball, dropping the ball. It's a lot of selfish parents in the district, and leaving the area is something that I aspire to do. I've always aspired to do so because I know how great, like, not to big myself up too much because I don't do that. But it's like I know that me and mine is too good for this shit. I know that. It takes planning, it takes proper execution, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But all of those teenagers that was across the street, they really should have just been getting out of school. I remember even you remember like when 315 hit, right? 315 hit, and a lot of the kids did lollygagging around the school area. Where did these kids come from? Where did these teenagers come from that at 3:30, just 15 minutes after release, they could be right here where it's not is it a middle school right there? I think Kelly Miller is a elementary school. It's not no middle school right there. Collegiate is some blocks away. So it's just like, where did these kids come from? Where did these kids come from? And I understand safety. I do. I understand safety. I pride myself in keeping my child safe and not putting myself in situations that will lead to my demise and lead to God knows who taking care of my child. You know, always thinking about safety. But the point is, what what could have been avoidable happened yesterday in front of not just my child, a lot of people's children. So we couldn't just tell everybody. We couldn't tell everybody you need to relocate because it's not that easy for everybody. It's not that easy for everybody. We could give everybody the same advice, the same exact advice. I think you should move. I think you should relocate. But planning and execution, some people don't want to have to leave because teenagers are taking over. Because the teenagers are taking over, we got to go. We got to relocate because they shooting in broad daylight. The police ain't catching them, but it would be our fault if we are picking up our kids and get shot. Should have relocated. No, no, it's not that easy. Trust me. You know, if it was, it would have happened already. I've been in a lot of situations where it would have been the wrong place, wrong time, and there would be no witnesses to my murder. You walking somewhere, you get approached. You picking your child up, you might get hit by a stray bullet. It's getting worse and worse, and I believe it's the parents' fault. All of these children are losing their minds. What the fuck are y'all talking about? Who got nothing to do with what? Leave Wayne Perry. Wayne Perry. What? And something else. While I'm on that, while somebody says something about Wayne Perry, listen. You're right, Charlie. He ain't got nothing to do with this. And quite frankly, if I don't talk about him again, I didn't covered him enough. Him, Alpo, these people. I'm not one of those YouTubers that's gonna stay on one thing. You feel what I'm saying? It's so many YouTubers that you might think their videos is doing so good and their channel is flourishing because they profiting off of one topic. My mind don't work like that. So if I'm not talking about that, this a PSA to whoever mentioned Wade Perry. If I'm not talking about that, or I'm not talking about Alpo, and I'm not talking about this person or that person, or Tom, Dick, and Harry, don't mention them. Period. Okay? Just don't mention them. That's all you got to do. But moving forward, I'm glad that nobody, no children were hurt. Of course, the 15-year-old. God rest his soul. God rest his soul. You know, and I don't know what that was about. And I don't care because I know there was some slight small shit, kitty stuff that doesn't have to be handled that way. I remember hearing a story about this older man told me that he had you know what Michael Myers do? He did that to a boy that was his age. They was 11 at the time. He did that to a young boy because the boy owed him $3. Who taught a 11-year-old how to handle things like that? What is he seeing at home? So you always go back to the parents. And honestly, I mean, teachers, I feel for you. I feel for you because teachers have, especially in urban communities, they have it really rough. They get so close to these bright children, these bright children, and it's sad that one by one, is gun violence. There ain't nothing else. I'm praying for you because it seemed like kids are drawn to me as well. Right before the shooting, actually, this young girl came up to me and she hugged me, and I was like, "Hey, how you doing? How was your day?" And I didn't hug her before or anything, but that was just nice, that she saw me as somebody um to hug and somebody kind enough to hug her back. And then another young girl handed me a picture. I don't have it on the bed right now, but I'm gonna show y'all. Um, Handed me a picture, and I was like, for me, you know. So we had a few, quite a few seconds before the shooting took place that was really good moments, within the drop off and pick up. But I mean, I will never forget the panic of these children. You know, the panic. It was totally unnecessary. I, Let me check it. Whew. Cause I mean, I before it even got covered on the news, I knew it was bad. Yeah, exactly. Where? Hold on. That was a great point. That was a great point. Where the protesters when kids are in danger? They want to riot and call that protesting, fuck up the city, but not come out for the community. It don't make no sense. Me, fortunately, what? And that's what I'm saying, Petite. Like, a lot of people want to deflect from the issue being with a lot of young boys. A lot of young boys, they might not have a father or they do, but it's not a good enough relationship to where they even take their advice or they not consistently in their young sons' lives. So they start idolizing different shit. They start to find that love in the friends that they have ain't good friends. They ain't good friends. Cause the minute that one person gets shot, everybody's gonna run away. It takes a really good friend to perhaps run away, but you gotta come back. And nobody did for that 15-year-old boy. It didn't look good. I knew before the reports even started coming out about the shooting on the news and online. I knew it wasn't good. And that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I told my mother, it's not good. It's not it. Hmm. So I sit here and talk to y'all today, very grateful. Very, very much so grateful. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm grateful. And it is stressful, you're right. It is. My mind completely went blank yesterday. Definitely if they don't have a police presence there every day moving forward, then that is something that I will do. And I'm going to come back to the chat and make sure that I screenshot that because I will do that. I don't play about the safety of children, period. I grew up in and out of foster care, and even when I was there, it was kids around me that was crying every day, and I was numb, sad, but numb. So I tried to make them feel better and just be a shoulder to cry on and an ear to listen and just let them get it out so that hopefully they can feel better the next day. But PTSD is real. And see, the police, they, I will say that they got there, in about 5 to 7 minutes, but sometimes that's all there is for a person. Like, how do I put this? That's all the time a person has to try to survive, if you get what I'm saying. 5 to 7 minutes might be, the last. And those struggling 5 to 7 minutes might be the last, just waiting on an ambulance and waiting on the police to get there. But my eyes don't lie. And that's the thing that really sucks the most, is having um is having good vision and being able to see at a distance and so. It's like you see things that you don't want to see, including like big ass bugs and the definition of the bug and all that and all the legs and stuff. I don't mean to try to be funny, but you know what I mean. Like, you see a lot of details that you ain't want to see. You didn't want anybody to have to see at a time that's supposed to be peaceful, and we happy that we reuniting, and after a 8 hour day, it didn't have to go down, you know. Um, I don't think that she saw anything because she was in front of me when I turned around and looked across the street. She was in front of me, so as soon as I heard the cracking, I made sure that my arm was around her, just as a precaution, because I was like, "What the fuck is that?" You know what I'm saying? And as you glance across the street real fast, you two and two gets put together real fast, especially when you've been in similar situations. No matter how many years ago, it starts to click, and you just take off running. You run for dear life, and it's harder to run with a toddler. It's harder. It's way harder for kids to run. I'm glad that none of them tripped up. I would have picked them up. Cause no, 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 no. Like, we can't. We gotta go. Nobody gets left behind in a situation about drugs or whatever it was about. It's ridiculous. Who was hanging out? Taxpayers pay for it. Parents should try to make sure they. Yes, 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 Charlie. Yes, you are one with me. After 3:15, you need to know where your kids are at all times. And the reports were saying that the 15-year-old boy, that was his grandma's apartment. I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I don't know. I can't tell you. I don't know. But I will be doing a video on this as time goes by, as this plays out, and hopefully they find these people that they need to find. That's what I want to happen. Anybody that's bold enough and angry enough that they ignore everything that's around and still do something like that needs to be put behind bars. And their family will support them or not, come and visit them or not. But a 15-year-old boy was killed. And more than likely, there will be no explanation. And that sucks the most. Another man was shot also. I believe he survived. He drove himself to the hospital, but just ridiculous. It was so it is a school right, you know, right across the street from where it happened, and it's construction going on at that school, right? So it was construction workers nearby also. I don't know who else got hit. I don't know what man got hit, but something like that playing out in front of children is just, it's demonic. It was very like, I could sense that the devil was there, and around in the vicinity. I think I read something that said, what did it say? Something that said, I believe the car was ditched in Maryland or Virginia. Police found that, but they need to do fingerprints essay. I mean ASAP. See, my mind is all jumbled if I say essay. Do the forensics. Tell me what you got on that, okay? Because the way the police be working is, I mean, of course, I know a lot of young or older black men would know that the police be stopping you and checking your name and making sure your name is in their database pretty early, especially if they get in trouble for something, as a juvenile or what have you. Um, so hopefully all of them get apprehended and they have their time in court because, uh, I mean, the grandmoms of this generation, a lot of them don't want to be grandmas. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see a lot of grandmas like my grandma was. And I didn't even have no grandfather. I don't even know what that's like. I feel like kids, they don't know what they have. They have a lot. They have a lot. They got iPads, iPhones. They got their own rooms. Yeah, they want to be a glam mom. Yeah, exactly. Nah, you a grandma. Be a grandma. What's wrong with being a grandma? I had one of the best ones. No lie. I had one of the best ones. And I don't see that her characteristics, her lovingness, her just wanting to spend time with us. I don't see that in a lot of grandmothers today. I don't see that. And man, I'm glad that my daughter does have a grandfather because I don't know that experience at all. Don't know that experience. But I am going to have to get ready to go pick up my child in the next 15 minutes. I agree with you, Petite. I agree. And that's a, oh no. They not as tough as our grandparents here. They went hard. My great grandmother actually had to work on a plantation, you know. I'm sure she lived there too from the time that she was a little girl. These kids, they wouldn't survive in that time. And I wish I had her for more years than I did because I think she passed when I was around 4 or 5. But I wish I could really ask her specifics, you know what I mean? But I gained a lot of strength from her. I gained a lot of knowledge, and I feel like I'm a lot like her in my sternness, in my seriousness. She always told me if you're not gonna do it right and if you're not gonna follow the proper steps, don't do it at all. Cause you wasting your time and my time. And from that point on, I've been just like that. Just like that. That's why I keep going with that's why I keep going with YouTube and whatever I'm doing. Got to. She instilled that in me and I appreciate that. I took from the years that I had with my great grandmother and my grandmother, I lost her when I was 17. I still use every single lesson. There wasn't a stone that was, you know what I'm saying? Whatever that expression is, there wasn't a stone that was. Listen, I'm gonna have to Google it because I don't know. I appreciate that, Petite. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I told her actually, I'm gonna let y'all in on something, okay? So Bella, she has been, having some behavioral problems at school, and I've really been, to say the least, stressed about it because it was thing after thing for like a whole week straight. And, with this happening when we got home, I really talked to her and sat her down to make sure she was mentally okay and, of course, physically. But I told her that, the bad people that's out doing those type of things, it started in school with bad behavior, them messing with people, not giving people space, getting kicked out of school, going from school to school, and then going to that one school for all the bad kids, if that's even still open. And then finally, you either drop out or you get kicked out of that. That's how it starts. Bad behavior in school, not wanting to listen to authority or just follow simple rules that goes along with everyday life. And that was a really good teachable moment, although it didn't have to happen. That didn't have to happen for it to finally get through, but I think that was a really good example of how bad children, sorry, I'm a little congested, how bad children turn into bad juveniles, or I don't even want to say bad. A lot of them are simply misguided and they've given up already at a very young age. And they're going to continue to give up, and it's going to show in their actions that they've given up. So, whew, I'm glad that I got to talk to y'all, especially before I go get mine. If y'all want me to, with me having to tell y'all about yesterday, I can let y'all know when I get back in the house. I can update y'all on my community wall or whatever. But trust me, making it from point A to point B has always, with no incident, etc., is always my goal. Ain't no lollygagging in my blood. I don't hang around. You won't see me. If you see me, I'm walking. And you see me for a few seconds. And then you might not see me. But yeah, I'm rambling. I'm rambling, y'all. It's your girl B Octavia. Thank y'all for coming to tap in with me. This might be a certain time where I go live right before I go get mine. So if y'all like the 2 to 3, let me know. 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. live videos. Let me know. I definitely will stay strong. Much love to Buffalo, NY. If y'all got any, matter of fact, y'all can rep y'all city right now. Y'all can rep y'all city right now. But much love to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make me happy after. I feel a lot better after getting that off my chest and things like that. So thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for listening and being that helpful ear and you know I don't know. I'm rambling. I'ma see y'all. I could do a live video this weekend if that's what y'all want, but I really get my quiet time and I can control it 2 to 3. Much love to Houston, much love to Petite, much love to her being a teacher, teaching these young kids the way of life. It's a beautiful thing. Much love to you on raising your kids to be such a beautiful person like you. And ooh, much love to Boston. 2 to 3 is cool. All right, I got y'all. So I got about 15 to 20 minutes, really 30 minutes to get myself together to hit the dough. Well, I don't got that much time, but you get what I'm saying. I gotta go pick up mine, okay? So I pray y'all have a very, very productive rest of the day. A very, very blessed. The sun is shining, okay? Sun is shining. All right, let me just go. Let me just get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna see y'all on Sunday. I got a case update, a case that I've talked about previously. So make sure y'all stay tuned for that on Sunday. And you know what I'm saying? I could give y'all live videos a few days a week. That's what I can do if 2 to 3 is cool. So after this video get uploaded and it's on my channel for everybody to see, comment 2 to 3 is cool with me, with you. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm gonna see y'all Sunday, okay? I hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. I'll do the same. And I'm logging off. Thank y'all for listening to me for real. It really helped me. I'm gonna catch y'all on Sunday.